Okay guys, so that side drop test ended up being a front-facing drop test, or at least what it looked like to me from my perspective. But here it is, we haven't even touched it yet. We're gonna see how it looks.
So just to show you guys here, I'm unboxing the gold to silver version of the HTC One M9. Got it a little bit earlier than anybody else. Phone looks good. It's actually very proportioned to the iPhone, just a little bit taller, a little bit wider, and it's a lot thicker. So let's go ahead and see how these will fare in your pocket if you throw it in with your keys. The iPhone 6 scratches very easily. This is light to medium pressure, and you can see some really deep gouges. Now, no matter how much I tried, I could not get a single scratch to stay on that sapphire crystal lens cover. Now, Apple did a very good job with this. The border around it scratches easily, not so much for the lens cover. Let's get the screen protector out of the way, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to scratch the screen with my knife. Now, because of the material, the iPhone is more prone to scratches. Very light scratches from day-to-day usage, you will notice more on the iPhone. So after scratching it with the iPhone and the keys, I could notice some very small hairline scratches. It's very hard to see on the camera, but they are there. Now on the HTC One M9, applying the same amount of pressure yielded less scratches. So it's as if the aluminum material is actually harder on the HTC One M9 and more soft on the iPhone. Scratches just appear easier on the iPhone. Now the lens glass is also made of sapphire crystal on the HTC One M9, and it did crack when I attempted to scratch it. Now, this is because sapphire crystal is a very brittle material. It's good against scratches, not so much against pressure and shock. Now the iPhone 6 lens cover seemed to do a little bit better in this test, maybe because it had less surface area. I did see some small scratches on the HTC One M9 lens cover. Body-wise, the HTC One M9 definitely did a lot better than the iPhone, both on the front of the display and the rear. I didn't see any scratches on the HTC One M9 display, whereas on the iPhone 6, the ion strengthened glass just cannot compare to the latest technology when it comes to Gorilla Glass.
The latest technology in Gorilla Glass, it's the 4th generation. That means it's very shatter resistant. Now, the iPhone 6 doesn't have anything special about the display. It's just ion strengthened, which means it's better for shatter resistance than it is for
9, and we're gonna be drop testing this baby out. We're gonna do this in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay guys, so that's fact, guys. I really don't. Ooh. That thing is shattered. That thing is shattered. So it really did land on its front, though, even though, you know, it was dropped at kind of this type of angle. So we're gonna actually drop it sideways one more time, or on its side. But you could see that front-facing drop. I mean, it pretty much destroyed the phone. Here's the cracks all along the entire front, but everything still works. Yes, the screen is functional, so that's a good sign. You know, I could still use the phone in case the device does crack. So let's go into the side drop test, and we're gonna see what happens. Okay guys, here's the second attempt at a side drop test, not a front-facing drop test. Let's go ahead and do this in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Okay guys, so side drop test didn't really do anything too significant. We can actually see pretty much the same results. We've got a little bit of a marking right there in addition. Here's the corners. Really, it's just that screen itself. And although everything still works perfectly fine, yes it does, you know, we're gonna have that cracked screen now. So here it is guys, one final time. Just taking a look at,
I mean, it has done pretty well. The body-wise, aluminum looks really good, although it has a couple jagged edges from the concrete. Still very good condition. HTC One M9, I wouldn't say is doing too bad. It's just the frame had some issues after being run over by a motorcycle. I mean, that's to be expected. But overall, both phones do work. They're still usable. I gotta say, HTC has made a quality phone. This thing really, really can take a hit.
Just thought I'd throw these scenes in here. We did a burnout on top of the bike. Surprisingly, the iPhone 6 survived. The display was half melted, all cracked, the frame is bent, but this thing is still a trooper. So there you go, guys. We pretty much did everything we possibly could to destroy these phones, and both survived. Both are still working. However, the HTC One M9 can just take a hit. Man, the screen has become separated from the unibody. This thing is dented, scratched, yet the display is still working, hasn't been cracked. I mean, that speaks a lot for the Gorilla Glass 4. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. If you're making a decision between these two just based on durability, you cannot go wrong with the HTC One M9. Try to kill it in every way we could.
Testing the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, and I'm not gonna lie guys, it's really strong. We're gonna be doing a side drop test, a back drop test, just to see if that back glass can hold up, and of course that front facing drop test. And this is gonna be very interesting, approximately 5 feet in height. So let's go ahead and see, is all the hype, because I've seen a few videos and their phone looks really promising, but let's really see the truth here. So let's go straight into the drop test. Okay, Samsung Galaxy S6 side corner drop test in 3, 2, 1. Two, one. Perfect back-facing drop test. Let's go ahead and see the results. Here is the phone. Look at that. And again, this was roughly 5 feet, maybe even a little bit shorter, but 5 feet for sure. And we've got a shattered back plate pretty much everywhere. I mean, you could see the cracks along the back, all the way to the top and the side. And again, it's just that back, but it's going to be there. It's not the front, because it was a direct back landing. So we're going to move on to the front-facing drop test. Show you guys here a little bit of a closer look at the full extent of the damage. So we're going to be moving on to the front-facing drop test. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay guys, finally the front-facing drop test. Let's go ahead and do this in 3, 2, 1. Okay guys, once again we nailed that front-facing drop test directly on its front. Let's go ahead and see the results. Here's the back. As you can see, it's already cracked, but let's turn it over, and it's got damage, but it did survive. So looks like, yes, it does still work, but look at that side, especially I think with that Edge version, you can see, I mean, in fact, it's got damage everywhere. I think it's just as similar as the back. If you take a closer look, let me go ahead and zoom in. So your Galaxy S6 is not going to survive. It's just simple as that, guys. I mean, you need a case. So any videos that may have convinced you by Samsung or something like that, I mean, this is proof right here. So full-on cracks on the front, full-on cracks on the back. Simple drop test, really from, you know, I guess your head length, as if you were standing up. So that is pretty much it, guys. Here's the full extent of the damages. Once again, here's the back, here's the sides. I mean, phone still works. That's always a good thing, you know. So display isn't glitched out, but you know, we're gonna have that damage now forever. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, stay tuned for more videos.